unachievable. In my world, these words do not exist. What's it like in your world?
Experience life to the power of PHB. Good, better. Bank PHB.
If you're watching, you're welcome to another edition of your program, One-on-One, the exclusive. My guest tonight is Sheriff Alkali Karamoka Bojang. Am I right?
Yes.
From Pirang, Mr. Bojang, a teacher?
Yes, sir.
And now a writer?
Yes.
The author of History of the Bojang Family?
Exactly.
Good. Where do you hail from?
I'm from Pirang.
Pirang.
And I had my schooling in Bakau. And from there, I worked in many multivarious organizations before being a teacher. I first worked as a mechanic at the Public Works Department because I was very much interested in mechanic. And this has helped me to earn my city and guilds, where I did grand sub grinding, reboring, turning, etc. and etc. But later on, I tried to divert my course. I became interested in clerical job. I went to the government clerical school and started doing clerical work. I work in organizations like the then GPMB, the Oral History and Antiquities Department, which is now National Center for Arts and Culture, and also I work at the former Senegambia Insurance.
So you're a jack of many trades,
so,
huh?
Yes, but eventually I last at the teaching field because it was my first employment. Yes. And very interestingly...
Would it as well be the last?
Yes, yes. Except if I continue after in my retirement to continue writing, which I want to take up as a real profession, actually.
Teaching? You like teaching?
Of course, I like teaching at this moment, because I think I had acquired a lot within the 20 years I have been in the teaching field. Yes, it has developed me very well.
I ask this question because so many people really started as teachers only to find themselves doing something else later on in life. They use it more or less as a springboard to something else.
Yeah, I think initially that is what happened to me. I started as a teacher.
It was not a very
It was not never teaching was never my ambition. I had never opted for teaching, but I eventually go into teaching because of certain reasons. See.
Okay. But you went into it then. How did you find it? Rewarding, kind of?
Very interesting. And it's a very professional, it's a noble profession, actually. Because I admire when I'm in the street, I meet up with some of my students who are now high-ranking officers, call me Mr. Bojan teacher. I got very proud because I think I had got so many students who are now deputy permanent secretaries, directors, lawyers. So you see, when I go into their offices, I get amazed.
That you have...
That I had, yes, I have
contributed immensely to
their success in life.
Is it very rewarding financially, teaching?
Well, it is, of course, but actually, as we are expecting...
Then why is it that many people leave the job for some other jobs?
I think there is no much incentive in the teaching field as you have in the other areas. Like, for instance, you see, look at the security men. They go to Darfur. They have other incentives which the teaching field does not create.
Does not have.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we see is that, well, we all cannot be other professionals. So if the teaching field is retired, then there is going to be some, it has to get some impact on the social development of the country.
Well, Mr. Bojang, this is a big book before us here. Suppose it's written by you and edited by Salifo Conte. Volume 1, History of the Bojang Family. Is this your first book?
Yeah, this is the first book that I have produced. Yes.
And it's about the Bojang family?
Yes, it's exactly
the lineage.
The lineage, the Bojang lineage, yes.
Is this one of, or probably you're going to be doing more of these kind of things? Because you have so many families and lineages in this country.
Yes, I think I had gathered not only the Bojang family, because when I wanted to start this far back in 1980, I had collected of 3 dynasties which I thought they were very influential in this country. One is Bojang, that is my own family, and then Sonko dynasty and the Jammes. So
Bojang, Sonko, Jamme.
Jamme, yes.
Yes. Those 3?
These 3, these are the 3 that I have.
Why do they stand out?
I did this deliberately because I had put some impact on some of their forebearers. Like if you talk about the Bojangs, I had concentrated my findings in Kombo, trying to see the dominance of this Bojang family in this community. And I compared that. You go to the Phonis also, it's exactly as the same, especially Biam, Sangajor, and others. We have some very prominent people in that area.
No, they didn't dominate the Phony?
No, actually, yes, but they have an impact in the in development aspects.
Okay.
So you go to the Jammes, I think, if you could remember Mama Tamba, well, he's worth remembering in this country.
Absolutely.
And this has also caused me to go into that family. And then the last but not the least, you think of our president. And even though before he became a president, he has a family who everybody has reckoned them of something. That is this traditional healing. And others. So these are things that I thought are very vital in the society. And the Sonko dynasty, I think everyone has known about Esau, Bunyadu, Berendi, and the like. These are all royal families. So since from migration. So this was why I said I would have to work on this.
So these 2 surnames are they are all royalties, huh?
They are all royalties, yes. They are all royalties.
They are royalties. But probably there are other royalties as well.
Of course, Keba, there are. You have the Sanyans, Kamaras, Dibas, and so on and so forth. so you have many. I had just singled these families out. But actually, I had got some information on these families because when I was working at the OHAD, I was at the genealogy unit, which was funded by one Pisco.
How reliable is the information you've collected in this book?
It is very authentic.
Very authentic.
Very authentic.
Your source of information, secondary, primary, combination of both?
It's all.
Where were you getting your information? You're talking to people directly on the ground?
Yes,
in the course of your research?
I go
you were going to places, visiting places, visiting people, interviewing them?
Yes.
Were you also having some ready-made material that is already available in libraries and archives and all that?
Actually, on this, I rely on oral history from people.